Imagine this, you are at home craving the ice cream. You took some milk, add sugar, maybe even some flavor, and put it straight into the freezer. A few hours later, you open it with the excitement, and what do you get? Not creamy, not scoopable, just a hard block of ice. But then look at your store bought ice cream. It sits in the exact same freezer at the exact same temperature, yet it remains soft, silky, and easy to scoop. So, here is the question: what secret makes your ice cream different from the frozen milk? Answer is hidden in the food engineering, and the story begins with one tiny villain, that is the ice crystal. Most people think ice cream is just frozen milk with sugar. But what if that were true? Every time we froze the milk at home, we would get the ice cream. Instead, we get something closer to the frozen bricks. This is where the food science comes in. Ice cream isn't just about the freezing, it's about controlling how water freezes. Because the moment of water forms the big crystals, the creamy texture is also lost forever. So, how do scientists stop water from behaving naturally? They use a carefully balanced combination of ingredients, structure, and technology that literally tricks water molecules. I'll explain the step by step. First one is ice crystal. These are the villain of the texture. When water freezes, molecules lock together into sharp, rigid crystals. In milk, most of it is water. So, as it freezes, you get a large hard crystal which is brittle and icy texture. But in ice cream, food technologists want only tiny microcrystals, so small you can't feel them on your tongue. And the second one is sugar, which is a silent protector. Sugar does more than a sweetener, it actually lowers the freezing point of the water. This means water doesn't freeze into one giant block. Instead, only part of it freezes while some remains as a liquid, giving ice cream a softer bite. Think of the sugar as an antifreeze in your dessert, which keeps everything just a little softer than normal ice. Third one is emulsifiers, which is the bridge builders. Milk naturally separates, right? When you boil the milk, the fat rises as a cream and the water stays below. If that happened in ice cream, it would be grainy and oily. This is where emulsifiers like lecithin comes into the play. They act like a bridge between the fat and water, holding them together into a perfect harmony. The result we get here is a uniform creamy mixture that doesn't break apart. And the fourth one is stabilizers, the guardians of smoothness. Even after freezing, ice crystals can keep growing if we give chance to them. Stabilizers like guar gum, carrageenan, or xanthan gum can stop this extra freezing. They slow down the movement of water molecules, locking the texture in place. Without stabilizers, the ice cream would turn icy after just a day in the freezer. But with the stabilizers, it stays creamy for the weeks. And now comes the real magic. This air is a hidden ingredient. Yes, about half of your ice cream isn't cream at all. It's just the air. During manufacturing, the ice cream is whipped and the tiny bubbles are folded into the mix. This is we call it as overrun, because this overrun is what makes it scoopable, light, and fluffy. If you have ever tasted gelato, you might notice it's denser than regular ice cream. That's because gelato has the less air. Sixth one is controlled freezing. This is the final touch. The last secret is how ice cream is frozen. At home, freezers cools very slowly. This gives water molecules a time to form the big crunchy crystals. But in factories like food industries, they use the special freezers where the mixture is freezed at very low temperature and very quickly. This rapid freezing forces the crystals to stay microscopic, too small to ruin the texture. I guess you all might be mouth watering after listening the concept of ice cream. Go and have a sip of ice cream and comment me down what is your favorite flavor in the ice creams. Subscribe for more such interesting videos.